Hey guys, welcome to the Simplify Your Life podcast. It's Coach Simona and I'm glad you decided to tune in. What's up everyone? In today's podcast episode, we're going to talk about how to unplug from technology. And I'm going to share with you my experience spending one day without my phone, computer, or any other type of distraction. Now let's jump right into it. Alright guys, this episode won't include any tips or strategies because I'm sure you know by now how to unplug from technology. You just may not do it as often as you want to. This episode will be more of an introduction to sitting in silence, being comfortable with your thoughts, and spending more time reflecting on your life instead of losing yourself in what other people around the world are doing. Here's my story. I've always been an introvert. And although I've had my fair share of friendships and networking events, there's nothing that I value more than the time I spent with myself and the opportunity to recharge my batteries. Here's the thing though. Before our phones turned into mini computers, before social media, before all the notifications and the constant buzzing, I didn't spend that much time on technology. Yeah, maybe I watched a few TV series now and then or chatted with my friends online, but that was about it. I didn't find my computer as interesting as I find it now, and I only used my phone to make calls and send texts. But I noticed something very interesting happening once I launched my coaching business 2 years ago. I started spending more time on my phone and computer. And although I often talk about being a doer, not a thinker, which I actually recently made a video about on my YouTube channel, I still think it's unhealthy to work all the time. The problem comes when everything quote-unquote important happens on your phone or your computer. You feel that constant nudge to check it, and it's easier than ever for other people to reach you and demand a portion of your time. If you're a business owner, or you work for someone else but tend to bring your work home, you need to listen carefully to the next thing I'm about to say. There is no way you'll be able to pull this off without getting sick in the long run. So instead of ignoring the first signs of what stress is doing to you, and being proud of the whole hustle culture, do something different instead. Unplug, recharge your batteries, and come back stronger. Are you enjoying this episode so far? If that's the case, you will love my new book, 111 Ways to Simplify Your Life, where I share with you 111 ways to unplug, recharge, declutter, become more mindful, and find out who you were before everyone else told you who you should be. Get your copy now at coachsimona.com/book. Now back to the episode. Alright, we all know the benefits from unplugging from technology. But here's the part you've probably been most curious about. What did I do with my day completely offline, without distractions and technology? Interestingly enough, I found out that my daily meditation habits were not enough to calm down my mind. Meditating helps for 30 minutes to 1 hour. But our minds are wired to assess every situation, put labels, and have inner commentary. If you're struggling with bad inner voices, check out my video on how to silence the inner critic. I will link it below. So in addition to meditation, I became more mindful of the present moment. You see, when you have no technology allowed in your day, you start to reconnect with yourself on a deeper level. I actually found out that I became more aware of my thoughts throughout the day. I paid attention to the sensations in my body, and I felt generally calmer and more relaxed. I chose to spend this day predominantly in silence. I drafted this podcast episode, read a few pages of one of my favorite books, Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss, journaled a little bit, and had more clarity on this new project I've been working on. Did I feel bored? No, not really. Our minds are highly adaptable. If we give them the opportunity to find something interesting and entertaining while doing this dopamine detox, they will surprise us. I actually found myself doodling, which is something I haven't done in a while. I had more energy to do things around the house. I did my laundry, I spent about 30 minutes just looking through the window and enjoying the beautiful view. I felt so much joy, but not that type of ecstatic high that you briefly feel when you watch your favorite show or you're waiting for a text from someone you have a crush on. That was a different type of joy. A quiet joy. Don't get me wrong. Working is fun. Working is important. And working can be extremely fulfilling, especially if you're an entrepreneur. But working needs to have a beginning and an end. Just like a movie I recently watched called Endings, Beginnings. The idea was as old as time, but I really enjoyed it. Every ending leads to a new beginning, and every new beginning comes from something else ending. Now, here's something I've never shared before. I'm new to Chinese herbal medicine, but it's something I've been researching in the past few days, and I'm interested to find out more before I share my opinion on it. But there is a concept you're probably familiar with, the yin and yang energy, the feminine and masculine part of us. Technology makes us reactive, constantly on the go, whether we're working, watching something, or chatting with friends. We're active, we're doing. We're in our yang energy, the masculine. What we often forget is that if we want to be happy and healthy in the long run, we need to know how to be in our feminine too. We need to learn how to let go, how to sit in silence, how to slow down. That's what yin energy is all about, going with the flow in life. I started researching all of these things because every time I burn out, I have problems sleeping and I feel extremely hot inside. That's actually the excess of yang energy, the masculine part of us. Yin energy is all about cooling down, sleeping more, and relaxing. And while that sounds like a wonderful thing, too much of yin energy is also not good for us. We can feel a bit lethargic, not able to set goals and achieve them, and generally not operate very well in a world where you need to know how to stand up for yourself and set boundaries. So, what is my key takeaway from this experiment? If you don't unplug from technology once in a while and connect with the real world, the one you can actually touch, feel, smell, and live in, you will lose one very special connection, the one with yourself. You'll be constantly comparing yourself to others, competing with them, or wasting your time watching shows that are creating other worlds to escape from the one you're actually in. We won't live forever. And one day we will regret all the time we spent scrolling on Instagram or binging random videos on YouTube. This is your chance to do something good for yourself. Unplug from technology just for a day. Reconnect with yourself, and you will no longer feel the need to escape from yourself. Let me know in the comments below if you're gonna try to unplug from technology. Or share your experience if you've done it before. How did it feel, and what did you do with your time? Thank you so much for listening. If you found this episode helpful, please like it. And subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out on my weekly podcast episodes. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one.